Welcome to the Encouraging Word, a place for thoughtful conversation, reflective faith, and encouragement for the journey. I'm Pastor Eric. Wherever you're listening from, I'm glad you're here. Good morning, beautiful people. This is Pastor Eric, Associate Pastor at Lyndhurst Baptist Church on the west side of Indianapolis, and Indiana State Chaplain for Broken Chains JC. And this is your encouraging word for today. We are continuing in our Atonement Theory series, and this week we will be looking at the satisfaction theory, which deals with issues of justice and mercy. Today's devotion is entitled, God Takes Justice Seriously. Our scripture for today is from the book of Romans, chapter 3, verses 25 and 26. God presented Christ as a sacrifice of atonement through the shedding of his blood to be received by faith. He did this to demonstrate his righteousness, so as to be just and the one who justifies those who have faith in Jesus. One of the quiet fears people carry about God is this: what if forgiveness means that God doesn't really care about what was broken? Romans tells us otherwise. Paul says God presents Christ in order to demonstrate his righteousness. In other words, the cross is not God overlooking injustice. It is God taking it fully into himself. Satisfaction theology begins with this simple truth: God takes justice seriously because God takes love seriously. Psalm 89:14 tells us that righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. If injustice didn't matter, love would be sentimental. If truth didn't matter, mercy would be meaningless. The early church wrestled deeply with this balance. Athanasius insisted that God could not simply ignore sin without denying his own goodness. For Athanasius, the cross was not God changing his mind. It was God remaining faithful to his nature. Later, the medieval church would say this in different language, but the heart remained the same. God does not save by lowering the bar of righteousness. He saves by meeting it himself. This is where a more familiar voice can help us. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Mercy, detached from justice, grows unmerciful." That's a striking thought. Lewis reminds us that justice is not the enemy of grace. It is its guardrail. At its core, God's justice isn't merely punitive. It is relational. Micah 6:8 reminds us that he has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. The cross tells us that God sees what is wrong with the world. He sees what is wrong with us, and he does not look away. At the same time, he does not crush us beneath that truth. Instead, God absorbs the cost of restoration himself. So if you have ever wondered whether God truly understands the weight of harm done or suffered, hear this encouraging word today. Nothing that has wounded you is trivial to God. Nothing that has broken the world has gone unnoticed. The cross stands as God's declaration that justice matters and that mercy will have the final word. Receive this blessing. May you rest today in the assurance that God's mercy is not careless and his justice is not cold. May truth and grace meet you where you are. Grace and peace to you, beautiful people. Thanks for sharing this time with me. I hope these words have given you space to breathe and something steady to carry with you into the rest of your day. Until next time, grace and peace.